Welcome to Radiology. Ashley Regional recently became the first fully digital radiology department in the basin.
In early 2009, a new 4D ultrasound was added. Expectant mothers can now clearly distinguish fine details in their baby as never before, thanks to this stunning new technology. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, the quality of your health care is our business.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about possible changes to access of Ashley National Forest. Specifically, we were talking about outdoor recreational vehicles. So joining us again, we have Lewis and Kevin. Let's talk a little bit about it's what at least I have seen in some of the public comment as one of the main concerns, and that is simply, why do we need regulation at all? Why, if it's public lands, why are we being managed, and not only managed, but now we're, you know, in some minds restricted even further? It's public land, why can't we just use it?
Well, ATVs are a legitimate use of National Forest System lands, and like any other recreational pursuit, one that needs to be managed, because there can be, and does occur even on the Ashley, resource damage. And as a multiple use forest, we are looking out for wood, water, recreation, range, wildlife interests. And so we need to protect, you know, in terms of water quality, wildlife habitat issues, soil sedimentation issues. And so ATVs can, if not properly managed, cause resource damage, and we have a responsibility for protecting resources. But we can, in fact, protect resources and oftentimes build, construct, maintain roads and trails in a way that in fact allows for ATVs. Because again, ATVs are in fact a legitimate use.
Right.
And so it is a matter of how we manage them and trying to find a balance between motorized uses and non-motorized interests.
How does the proposed restrictions to distance from the road for camping play into that? And then what are the new proposed restrictions?
Currently, in the current travel plan, dispersed motorized camping is allowed up to 300 feet off the road. And we're proposing to change that to 150 feet. And the reason really is quite simple, in that of the 5 national forests in Utah, to be consistent within the state, we're going to 150 feet. The Ashley was really the odd duck out. The Ashley was the one forest that wasn't already at.
The rest of them were already at 150 feet.
And so in terms of consistency, and the consistency comes from a couple of different places. It comes from, earlier we were talking about the 2005 travel management regulations that came out, and the Forest Service manual and handbook, our direction, our guidance policy books, talk about consistency. And the regional forester at the time and the forest supervisors, we all agreed that we would be consistent by state. And so in Utah, again, the Ashley was the odd duck out, and so we're going to 150, and it's really as simple as that. At the same time, and that certainly, and that causes a lot of anxiety. And understandably. Yeah. And at the same time, and the reason that it causes so much anxiety is that there are a number of traditional family camping sites that are beyond 150 feet. They're beyond maybe even 700 feet. And we recognize that those sites are there, because that 2005 travel regulation is really about designation. It's about designating a sustainable system of roads and trails where ATV use is appropriate and not causing resource damage, and it's about designating dispersed motorized camping sites. So if we have traditional family sites that are beyond 150 feet, under the travel management regulations, we can in fact designate those areas and designate the routes to them and allow for dispersed motorized camping. And we are designating many of those. All of them? No.
But this is why you need, I'll jump over to you, Lewis, why we need the public's input is to find those places that maybe have been passed over or haven't been recognized as much. So as people write in, as they call in, what kind of information can they give you, and whether or not it has to do specifically with this camping restriction, how can they know that they're being listened to?
Well, I think the most important thing is for folks that to be of most use to us is to provide us those details about where that traditional camping site is, where does it lay on the ground, give us that detailed feedback, let us get out there and look at it, and then actually in our DEIS and in the final we will have a response to comments where they'll be able to track their comment where we did receive it and look in there for the response. You know, as Kevin stated earlier, are we going to accept everything that's submitted? We're going to look at it. Now, maybe it'll be in the final, it may not. If it's not included in our new plan, there'll be an explanation there for where it is and how we looked at that.
Yeah. Well, definitely a lot that we can go into. We're out of time, unfortunately, but you can always get a hold of you, gentlemen, at the phone numbers that you gave, the website. Maybe actually get the phone number, the website one more time.
For Chris Rutledge, who's our project leader, 781-5196.
Okay, and the website to go to?
fs.fed.us/R4/Ashley.
Fantastic. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming and
Thank you.
joining us
Thank you.
today. That's it for now. You can find the time of your favorite VTV program at vernal.tv. Click TV programming for the schedule. Out of time. We'll see you next time on Local Point.